Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. My name is Emelie. Welcome to my page and welcome to another episode of the Digitalk with Emelie. And today we have another guest coming to us live from Canada. But before I bring her on the studio, first I would like to introduce myself. My name is Emelie. And to those of you learning about my page, about this platform just now, I am an LVN by profession, but I have spent the past several years as a stay-at-home mom. I have two grown sons, the younger one being in third year already in college. And my husband is an IT professional and a U.S. Army veteran. So you may be wondering why I'm doing this, in interview platform. It's because we would like to introduce to you our digital business. It's a great find. And we know that everybody needs a backup plan, even the wealthy people. And which is why we come from all walks of life doing this business. We have doctors, we have nurses, engineers, architects, you name it. We have teachers. I had one I interviewed last week. And then today, a very first one in this profession, in this industry, a business support coordinator. And so please help me welcome our guest today, 𝗧𝗂𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗀. 𝗧𝗂𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗀, how are you? That's straight places.
Oh my God, thanks sis for inviting me. Thank you for that introduction.
Oh, well, the pleasure is all
Fun.
mine. Thank you for saying yes to this platform. How are you today? It's Thanksgiving in Canada.
Oh yeah. Happy Thanksgiving
Oh,
to everybody here up north in Canada.
yes,
So
yes, wonderful.
we
Okay,
celebrated last night already our dinner. So
yeah, because you're like 1 hour ahead of California time. So I'm sure you had a great time. It's like a holiday, right?
yes. So
Yeah,
no
yeah.
work today.
No work. Also, it's like you had a 3-day weekend then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Long
wonderful long
weekend.
weekend for you. So you're
Mhm.
ready for this. You're ready to share your story to all of us, to your
Of
viewers
course.
and mine. Okay, so 𝗧𝗂𝗿𝗶𝗴, we'd like to know more about 𝗧𝗂𝗿𝗶𝗴. Who is 𝗧𝗂𝗿𝗶𝗴?
Okay, so I'm originally, so good evening, everybody. So I'm originally from Cebu, Philippines. So I am a child of God, a mom of three, a wife, and of course, I came to Canada as a temporary foreign worker about 12 years ago,
Mhm.
searching for that investor, of course, for the future of my family. And experience wise, so I have like almost 2 decades of experience in the food service industry. So that's including my experience back home in the Philippines and then coming to Canada. I worked in that industry as well. And of course, after I gave birth to our youngest, our 7-year-old now, princess. So of course, I had that, uh, career shift. So I'm now currently working in the provincial government in the Children and Family Services Ministry as a business support coordinator. So that's me. And of course, I'm doing this online business
Yeah.
alongside my fulfilling career as a mom and wife and all that. So a lot on my plate.
Well, you have a beautiful background there. Just like
Thank you.
just like myself, I have been since I came here to the U.S. in like early 1990s. I have done several jobs because I graduated with a degree in mass communication back home, but I couldn't apply that here because English is my second language, and I didn't have the
Yeah.
experience back home. So when I got here, I had to do several other jobs. Like I got into the retail industry, retail, and then banking, and then property management. I loved it a lot. I love managing properties, and then real estate. And then I became an LVN here, and then now I'm a stay-at-home mom doing this business, loving it because it's something
Yeah.
I can do from home, and it's like it's really
Yes.
easy in a good way. I'm not just watching TV, being a stay-at-home mom. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
Mako, I know that it's like 8:38 there now. What started you to do this business?
Well, when I started this business, so like I shared earlier, so I was in the food service industry. I was a full-time student when I started this business. I was in the middle of, having that shift in my career. So I'm a full-time student. And of
Yeah.
course, like I had to sacrifice, I work as a food service supervisor back then. So I had to cut down my shift. And of
Mm,
course, if you cut back your hours, so what it
yes.
means is that, of course, less income, right, for the family. So it was only
Mhm.
my husband, working during that time. And they're like, I really need to help, of course, with the family's finances. We are a family of five, so it's a big
Mhm.
family here in North
Mhm.
America, and it's
Mhm.
expensive here, right? So I
Yes.
had to find ways to at least help, with the expenses, something that I can do from home, right? So I was really looking for something online,
Yeah. Mhm.
and I was so interested. So I see an ad in my I think it was Facebook newsfeed, and then I was so interested that I ended up, I think I registered to more than one business owner's website. So I think maybe three or four business owners' website. So that was how interested I was during that time to really,
Mhm.
have something to do online so I can help with that family's finances during that time.
That's good. You know what? I had the same experience here. Actually, it took me like about 10 months to get into the business. So I had like three business owners that I signed up with.
I think we share the same story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but then I devoted to the first one because
Oh, okay.
it was just right, and I already had built this already. Like we were friends already on Facebook when
Okay.
when I signed up on her website. So anyway, oh, I heard something that was what was that? I don't- okay. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, my story doing this business. I knew I wanted to do something. I just didn't know what it was. I was even ready to do any freelance work. Like because I like to write a lot, and so maybe I can do some writing. Like write articles for a newspaper or something like that. Local papers maybe. And I asked God to give me something because my son is graduating from high school 2 years ago. Now he's in third year, so I knew that I'm gonna have a lot of hands, right? A lot of time to my hands. And so just months later, after he graduated, I saw this on my Facebook news feed, and I saw, wow, I got really curious because it was a nurse's ad that I saw. So anyway, I'm doing this business now for like what? This is the month of October, July, like 13 months now. 14. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's my story why I'm doing this business. I wanted to help my husband, secure our retirement. We're getting there.
Yeah.
And then also help him with the cottage costs, the
Mm-hmm.
younger son. And also with home improvement projects here. And we want to do a lot of traveling too. And knowing
Okay.
that this business is something I can take with me, those
Mhm.
vacations, it's like a tax write off. So how about
Yeah.
that, right? It's
Yeah. Work
going on
smarter.
doing this business. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
Mako, when you saw this business, because you said that you signed up with like three or four business partners, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Even more.
More in a span of what, 1 year, two
Yeah.
years?
No, I think in the span of time, like I was really looking at, another news video, like, because when I saw the first new ad,
Yeah.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
sounds interesting, and then there was another ad, like, there's a lot of people, like more than one, so maybe this is
Yeah.
really working because I saw like more than one or two like business owners ads like in my newsfeed, right? So
Yeah.
I sign up. So yeah.
So were you like doubting yourself if you could do this business? That's why you waited that long?
Like the doubt, not in the sense that, like, doubting my capabilities in, doing the business, but
Mhm.
because during that time, right, I had a toddler. I was
Okay.
a full-time student, and it was a fast-paced, course because it was
Uh-huh.
like administrative professional diploma, a 2-year diploma, put into an 8-month, course timeline.
Mhm.
So it was really like everyday assignment, all that, right?
Yes, yes.
So I was really busy. I had a lot on my plate, and then the doubt was like, will I have time to, a lot in the
Mhm,
business, aside
mhm,
from all those things happening in my life during that time, right? So that was the doubt that I had, but still, because I was looking for something, right, that could
mhm,
help me,
mhm,
our family, right, without me
mhm,
going out because I already, cut off on my, traditional work, right?
mhm,
So the doubt was in the sense of, will I have time? Will I make time for the business to make it successful? So that was the initial doubt when I sign up. Like after I said, what did I get myself into? Do I have time? Like it's right?
Yes,
So yeah, so that was the
got you.
initial doubt during that time.
I get you. Well, with me, I didn't really doubt myself because I was already on Facebook, so what's new? I'm just going to have to post anyway. I was thought I'd have to post 3 times a day. So I was
Yeah,
already doing, not, I think I was just posting once a day on my profile before.
yeah,
And, what's just 2 more anyway, right?
yeah.
It's just that, I just had the fear of going public. That was the only thing.
Yeah. So
And
you're a private person.
and because and I knew at some point I'm gonna be talking in front of the camera like this, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen that ad in the first place, right? So I said, am I gonna be doing
Mhm.
that? Like, I'm not ready for that. So I had to really condition my mind, over the course
Mhm.
of time. So even though I was just doing the business for like 3 weeks, I went ahead and did my first recorded video, which was under a minute long.
It
But
all
that was my
starts
way
right
of
from
doing other,
somewhere, right?
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, by the way, anyone watching us, we have a webinar tomorrow at 2, no, at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. They may go to your website. Let me hold on. I'm gonna hide this thing. They can go to your website to register with their name and email address, or they could go to mine if they're following me, so they can get the link to what's the webinar tomorrow or what's the replay that we had on Thursday. And to anyone watching us, maybe they're doubting also themselves if they can do this or not. Please fear not, because we are a very
Yeah.
friendly community. You're gonna have someone bouncing ideas off every now and then. You're not gonna be on your own. And we have Zoom meetings. We connect a lot. I mean, like all day long. Come to think of it,
Yeah.
we're
We have
just
the
the
support.
nicest way.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, so there's nothing to fear. Although we are doing this online, it's like you're doing it with someone next to you. Honestly. So yeah, and even if you're not tech savvy, like I'm not tech savvy, we are so fortunate in our team. We have an IT guy. He's the husband of our coach. So we go to them every, but they're in Florida. Like we have the 3 hour, time zone difference there. But still, we believe in the business. We respect the business, and so we do it anyway. Even though it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, that it's midnight here. We still do our Zoom meeting together just to fix something in our businesses. So yeah, it's a beautiful community. We just have to check us out, and they can thank us later. Seriously. Okay,
Thank
so Meiko, I have the questions. What challenges do you face now? Doing the business, because we all do. Even if we're not doing this kind of business, we're gonna have challenges anyway. So what?
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, like life is a lot of challenges, right? Like initially, like what I've shared earlier. So of course, the time management piece, because
Yeah.
as I've shared, I wear a lot of hats. So a mom, wife, I have my full time career, and then of course 3 kids.
Mhm.
So that's a lot of hats that I'm wearing, and then my challenge. It's a continuous challenge for me, but as I grow into the business, as I mature in running, my business, I'm able to improve on my time management. So that's really
Mhm.
a challenge, a big challenge for, especially for us, career moms. We have a lot of career moms, parents still working full time and
Yes.
doing this business on the side of their career, and we are able to make this work. It's just a matter of discipline to follow through with setting your timetables, your schedule, and your to dos, right? And of course, like I don't know who's not been a procrastinator, right? So I
Mhm.
also had that, but then I learned my lessons. Like it really will not give you a positive result. So the good thing is in the business, we are not only earning, but we're also able to develop ourselves, like personality, mindset, and all those, you know, uh, like, you know, uh, development skills, right? So we're able to develop ourselves outside, not only in achieving monetary success, but develop ourselves as well, our personality to be able to help us succeed in the business. So that's really a big challenge initially, and now I'm able to conquer that challenge. But of course, right, every day is a new day, so different challenges every day. But that is the major challenge for me, even up to now, the time management piece, because you never know, like, school activities, right? Oh,
Yes.
sometimes like you get sick, and then right,
Yes.
sometimes I find it hard to cut off between my employee time. Like, oh, I have something to finish. So I can, I will extend some 30 minutes or 1 hour at home
Mhm.
working on my the work. But they're like, oh no, I have to spend time for my business, right? So that time management piece really is a challenge. And I know most of our full time business owners, or no, full time career business owners in our community is also having the challenge, but we're able to help one another, share techniques and advices on how to deal with these time management challenges. Yeah,
That
that's
is
it.
correct. Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned about you being a career woman and you have three young kids, right? You know what? If there really is a strong desire to do something, we're gonna do something about it. I mean, honestly, we're gonna do everything we can to make it work. If it's something is too important to us, and if it's what is it, what's important anyway, is for us to have a comfortable life, not just today, but especially going to the future because we age, right? Once we retire, that's it. We don't have the income that we enjoy now. Even if we have the, let's say, pension from the government or from the workplace, it's not going to be the same,
No,
yeah, right? So you get the point.
it's not a living like pension
Yes, that's
in
why
like what 10, 20 years from now, right?
yeah, and they're asking like to have the comfortable life in your retirement, you have to have like 80% of what you make today. If you don't have that, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be like, instead of enjoying your golden years, you're like skimping and everything, which is not fun. I mean, you
Yeah,
work all, like for 50 years, let's say, and only to like you have like a life that's like substandard. That's not nice. And that's why, I interviewed someone from the UK months ago, and she's a professional working for years there. And when she realized that she's only going to have this month at retirement time, she was so upset because she's working hard every day. And so
yeah,
she was so happy to have found this business, and somehow she has like a backup plan that she can, expand somehow because she's still young anyway. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. So, you're a career woman, but regardless, we can make it work if we don't want it, to work because it's too important, right? And what else
yeah.
did you mention now? You talk about something. I'm sorry, because I just focus on that one area that you're working, and there's so many of us, which is true because like this one doctor, medical doctor I interviewed a few weeks ago. She said that how because she's a busy medical doctor. She's a coach now. So she's instead of working like 6 days a week as a medical doctor, she's now working just 3 days a week. And if she were to continue work as a doctor, it's because she just wanted to, keep her profession. Of course, she went to school for that for so many years.
Mhm,
She's just gonna just leave it behind, just like that, right? Even just making,
mhm,
doing good in the business. But then she said that, because she was busy in the beginning, she would just during her filing time, hours at work, that's when she would watch the webinar. Oh no, the mastermind. And then anything
mhm.
that she does not understand, she's just gonna like do the time stamp and then write it down. And so when it gets back
Yeah,
home, that's when she will watch it again. And yeah,
yeah.
that's how she did her learning. And we can turn any cooking time, any driving time
Mhm,
into like this classroom, like classroom learning
mhm.
time. We just have
We
to
can
be
just find pockets of time. Like we have the same, but like it's up to us
yes.
how we use, even 30 minutes. Like especially me, like when I'm at work, like during lunch break, like
Mhm.
I spend like responding to inquiries
Yes.
and like even the 15-minute break, right? So there's always like time, and it's up to us to make use of our time. And since I just want to make share that like especially in terms of like you are working, you're an employee, right? But no
Yes.
matter how hard you work, like I'm grateful for my work right now because I have a stable work and it's a fulfilling work being a public servant. But
Mhm.
then how no matter how hard you work, right? There's a ceiling to how much you can earn, right?
Yes,
Even if you
that's
love
true.
your job so much, I know we have a lot of uh, career people in our community, business owners, part-time business owners, but still enjoying their career. We have an engineer, right? Still working
Mhm.
full time and doing
Mhm.
this business on the side.
Mhm.
Engineer, right? So
Yes.
like, who would have thought an engineer would find still look for something to do on the side, right? Uh,
Nurses too.
yeah,
Dentists.
and then like
Therapists.
yeah, it's really like nowadays it really like I think a side hustle or a plan B is really now a necessity. It's not an
It
option
is.
anymore,
Mhm.
especially
Yeah,
with cost of living everywhere.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, because we all need a backup plan, and it's
Hmm.
not just, but this is not just another backup plan. It's something that can be passed down many generations.
Yes.
So, yeah. And you mentioned about time management and being productive. Really, we are so productive. Like I said, packets of time. We multitask in
Oh
this
my
business.
God, we're the queen of multitasking to the highest level.
The
But I
crazy
know there are
thing
some
is,
instances, right, that's not applicable, like in some industry and some careers that's not applicable. But in it's been working for me because I can multitask and even
yes,
career
we
and
know
here,
that
right,
now.
and
Huh?
even at home. So yeah, we are stars in that
We're
aspect.
so good at that now, right? Okay, so um now, okay, because we have this business that we are running, it's a backup plan, a plan B. It's easier to manifest things these days because we are doing something on the side. We are not just sitting,
Mhm.
sitting pretty at home doing nothing, and
Yeah.
it's just like wishful thinking. So where do you see yourself doing this business in 3 to 5 years?
Well, I will still be enjoying the business.
Uh-huh.
And of course, right, my initial goal was, of course, to help with the family's finances. But in 3 to 5 years' time, of course, like, in our culture, right, we really have that in our heart to really be generous and that helping, heart that we want to give back as well. So in three to
Yes.
five years' time, I envision myself that I will have that resources, right, to be able to, give back and, help
Yeah.
outside my family circle, community, my church, even
Mhm.
like maybe the Philippines have that scholarships and all that, right? Because you will have that resources, but because
Mhm.
like right now you have the big heart to help, but if you don't have
Yes.
that resources, because you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? So like
No.
that's just life, right? So
Mhm.
even if you have a big heart to help, but if you don't have that resources, that
Yeah,
will
empty vessel.
fund
Mhm.
that also. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I'm really excited and I'm very optimistic that that would happen with this business. And I'm looking forward to that perfect timing that God has, set for me to be able to give back. And really, that will just, like, I'm always looking forward to that every day to be able to give back, not only help my family, but, others as well in our community. So that's my
Amen.
ultimate goal. So to really, also give back.
Yes, you know what, sis? I know that anything good that's in our hearts, God placed them in our hearts. So that's why when I found this business, like you found this business, I knew it was God's answer because I have a lot of dreams in my, it's not self-serving because it's for
Hmm.
everyone else, which is why this becomes like a vessel, sort of to get from
Yeah,
place. Yeah,
instruments,
from
right?
yes. So yeah, we are so like-minded doing this business. Before I even finish my sentence, you know already what I was gonna say next. Because yeah, same flow of thought that we have in each one of us. I like it. It's like I can read your mind, you can read mine. So anyway, let's say that you have people inquiring because there are people inquiring about the business. What do you tell them when they ask you what is a digital business and what do you do as a digital business entrepreneur, Mako?
Well, of course, like when you say online business, like 5 years, 10 years back, so it was like some sort of like very simple, right? If you have internet and you have a website, so that was an online already, right? Because you have that online presence. But nowadays, with all this technology and all this advancement and all this like, oh my God, changes in the technology, like very, like, oh my God, like it's very like in a snap of a finger, it changes. So an online business is a business where you maximize the technology that is at your hands. So first, internet, Wi-Fi. What we're doing right now is this is a tool that we use, of course, to share the business opportunity. Like for us, me and Sis Emily, we have our digital business. Have this automated system, a platform that has been, proven and tested and used by thousands of business owners around the world. And
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing in our digital business, we are maximizing technology and now social media. We are live Facebook, YouTube, and we are using this tool StreamYard to share with you, our viewers, about this great opportunity that has changed thousands of families' lives. And that is the digital business. And what we do, of course, we share the opportunity. That's the basic like thing that we do as digital business owners using our automated system, our platform. I know there's a lot of online businesses out there,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and what sets us apart is that we have the support of our community. That's what
Mm-hmm.
Sister Emily said. Like, oh my God, how many? 221,000, I think, right now, and counting. When I started, we were just like, I think 30,000 back then.
Wow.
So we are the fastest growing online community
Mhm.
uh, in the world. and we have the support system, and our system is proven and tested, and successful business owners uh, has paved the way for us to be successful, and we have a blueprint to follow, and we're so excited of the days that are coming, that we're gonna be achieving those visions, those goals and dreams that we have. So yeah, we just shared the business opportunity by, of course, here we're doing this live interview. We post in our social media profiles. You see us doing go lives. You see us posting about results and all that, those things. So that's what we
Mhm.
do.
That's what we do in this business. We are promoting the business. There are products where we don't do the selling here. The back office takes care of that. So this is like back in the day, like I've heard about the e-commerce from like late
Oh,
90s, but it's
oh
about
yeah,
having an online store. You have products to sell. This is not your like grandmother's online store.
yeah,
We have
no,
products
it's not
available.
like that. And if I can mention, since the drop shipping thing, so in our online business, although we have products, we don't do the direct selling because we have an automated system that does for us.
Mhm.
And the good thing is, even though we have that product, we don't carry inventory. I don't
No,
know, because I
no.
have a business background. Inventory is a cost, and you can have sleeping inventory if you don't sell it, right? And that's what sets it apart from other, e-commerce or drop shipping or
Yes, yes.
whatever kind of online business that's out there. So we don't carry inventory because that's just a waste
No.
of money. So
Yes,
yeah,
and no quotas to meet. So there's
yes,
no pressure. Like you don't have to come up with with number of sales every month. No, you do
yeah,
this business as fast as slow as you want.
yeah.
You call the shots. You make the rules. It's your business. So how
Hmm.
fast or how big you want to
Yeah,
want to become this business is all up to you.
yeah,
And yeah, we are digital. So I mean to say it lives on our phones. It's flexible and portable. We can take it with us wherever we
yeah.
go. Even that's why even when you're working, it's still running in the background.
Yeah.
So once
That's
in a
what I
while,
love.
yes. I mean, it's so. I mean, I could. That's why when I saw this business, I said, "Oh, I can do this. I really
Yeah.
can do it." I just had some fears about going public and then public
Hmm.
speaking like this. Because even though I learned about the Facebook Go Live back in 2017, I didn't even bother to do it because it wasn't for me. But you know what? This business really builds our confidence, and it does it
Yeah.
really. The
Yeah.
repetition that we do it, it really helps us build.
And if
It's not.
if I can share with you, sis, like before, like I also, we have Facebook already, right? To
Yes.
share and be connected with our friends, family. But then,
Mhm.
like, I was an introvert before this business, and
Here.
this business has really helped me come out of my shell and have this confidence, right? Because, like, really, the training, we have training, we have all the resources and tools to really be successful, and it's just up to us. We are the variable in our success, and as what system said, you can do it slow, you can do it fast. So you run your business in your own pace, and of course life happens, something, you can pause and then you can come back to the business. So that's the beauty of this business. So
Yes,
it's
and
if
another beauty of the business because it lives on our phones. It's not like
yeah.
a traditional brick or mortar business that if you're not feeling well or if you had an appointment, it would be closed. No, it's not like that. It's open 24/7, and you don't need to hire a second help, additional help to run the business because you're all that you need. You and your phone and your Wi-Fi, right, and your laptop.
Yeah,
So it really is the ultimate laptop lifestyle digital business.
yes,
So we really want for everyone to listen and really take courage to take the next action so then they can see something different in the near future for themselves and for the ones that they love. So they can go to your website if they're following you, or they can go to mine if they're following me to register, so then they too would see the beauty of this thing that we've been talking about every day.
yeah,
All of us, and there's so many of us because it's doable. I mean, it's from for all walks of life. No age bracket. I mean, I've seen business partners in their 70s, even 80s. How about that? And as young as like teenagers, like college
yeah.
level
As long as
students.
you're legal age, like I
Yes,
think 18, or some states they're 21, right? That's the
we
legal
have
age.
actually an 18-year-old in the business. So yes, about that, we are really like a good mix here. We're like a salad here. not melting pot, but salad. We keep our own identities doing this business.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Oh, we're getting to the last one. Wow, couldn't believe it. Now, what do you advise anyone? Because there's so many actually who really want to try something out. It not just this one, but it's like one foot in, one foot out. They couldn't make up their minds. If only they all they need is discipline, so they can have the consistency, and then the courage and resilience. Then they can do this business. So what do you advise them, Mako?
Yeah, for those of you who are watching us right now, I know I have done go lives interviews for the past years, and just sharing with you the business.
Mm-hmm.
And you might have seen me for the first time now, or you might have seen me many times over. So I still have the same message for you.
Yes.
So I still have the same message for
Broken
you
record
all.
here.
Especially especially because when I prior to starting this, I remember months before I started this business, a friend of mine shared the business. I didn't, but during that time when she shared this business with me, I did not need it in my life, right?
Mhm, mhm,
So everybody's timing is different. So
mhm,
we have shared this business with you tonight at what
mhm,
time is it now? Like a little bit 9:05 p.m. here at my time, and you
mhm,
see us, talking about this business, how great this opportunity is, how it has changed thousands of families' lives around the world. But if you don't have the need for it right now, of course you will not, right, have that interest. But somewhere along the way, maybe you might need it. So the timing is really different for each one of us. But this business is really, a changer, right? So
mhm.
we have a lot of, testimonies, sharing, and then even
Hello?
if you're new, like you have that something to look forward to. And what we did is we took that leap of faith, we took that first step, and the first step is to really watch that webinar, right? Register with your name and email in either of our websites, and we'll give you that link to that free info session. I always tell that that is like an introductory course to the online space, what you can do in the online space and how you can earn in the online space. And if you're interested, that's a free webinar. And if you're interested, you can take the next step, which is, getting in touch and paying that membership, refundable membership. And then if it's not for you, then you stop there, right?
Mhm,
And there's nothing to lose. You gain information, and who knows, maybe in the future you will have that need, right? You'll have
mhm.
it. Oh, maybe because life happens. You you get like you get sometimes you get fired, or
Hopefully
your
not.
company shuts
Mhm,
down, or all that, right?
mhm,
And what happened with the big C, right? So
mhm.
like a lot of
Yes.
my friends like really lost jobs, and you know uh, cut back on hours. And of course, right, if you're working on an hourly basis, then of course, what does it mean? So less income for the family, and of course, your bills, expenses, rent, mortgage, utilities, they
Right,
don't stop
right.
coming. They are a fixed operating expense in the household. So you need to have a fixed income for the household and an extra one. And this business has given us that, extra cushion for the family. And, just take a look, take that first step, and, be curious. So do your research. That's why we have that webinar. It's really a lot of information for you to digest. And we understand that this an online business is not for everybody, but it can work for anybody who has that desire, as what Sis Emily said, to really change their family's future, life. So, yeah,
Yes.
do your research.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I like what you said, everything you said. We shouldn't wait for a setback to come.
Yes,
It
yes.
might be too late by then because, if we won't have the right frame of mind if, let's say, we are facing like a setback and we do something totally new to us. So do something, different like this one. Maybe if it's new to you, do it now while you are still well. Like
Yeah,
let's say,
you're still able.
yes,
You're
and you
still like
cannot,
healthy,
and
right?
yeah,
You still have
right.
that ability
Yes,
physically, mentally,
exactly. So you can do
right?
it, you can really grow this faster. Because if, let's say, you're financially strapped, strapped of whatever, financially maybe, or maybe your health, the
Mm-hmm.
circumstances, you might not have the, frame of mind to carry out what
Mm-hmm.
you need to be doing every day doing this business anyway. And I like what you said, it all starts with the webinar. There's no cutting corners here. It's like, those to college, right? We have to major in something. Before we can take these upper classes, we have to take the prerequisites. So the webinar is the prerequisite, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's like a mandatory course, right?
yes, it is.
So
Gee,
don't cut corners.
correct. So yeah, besides only 90 minutes, and it's 90 minutes because it's in two parts. The first part is when they present the business model, just like a mini tour, not everything. That's why we want them to register for the pre-coaching videos to learn a lot more about the business, because that's where they will see everything happening, which is why we have over 221,000 now. I mean, when I first started doing this interviews, like early in the year, I only had about, I think, 140 something thousand members.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? Not
You're the
even a year
biggest.
has gone by. Yes, yeah. It only shows that so many people are looking.
Yeah.
So many people
Looking.
need something, because
I
this is the
agree.
time that, unlike many years ago, there can only be just even just one parent is working is fine. Nowadays, no,
No, it's
both
not
are
applicable. Oh my
working.
God.
Oh, yeah, it's just for both, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
times have changed, and the smartest
Life
way
is
to
so
do it.
expensive now.
It is,
Life
but
is so
it
expensive
doesn't have
now.
to be stressful. Like you don't have to be. You should be home anyway somehow, right? You can be like outside of the house like 10 hours for a day, or like 12 hours even. Because someone like they have part-time jobs every day, so and then they will barely have time for the family. I mean, that's not life. So they can go to
Yeah.
your website, or they can go to mine if you're following me to register for tomorrow's webinar, and we're gonna see everyone on the inside. Coach Mako, I
Thank
like
you
your
for the
voice.
time, sis.
I had fun talking to you,
Oh
and
my God. We
I
can go on and on, right? But no, we have to stop.
want you to enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving there, all right, with your family. Thank you so much for your
Thank
sharing.
you.
Everyone, please take the leap of faith. There's nothing to lose, a lot to gain. Really, you'll find out why we say this. So again, thank you for watching this, and to those who are watching this later, thank you, and take action, and see you all on the inside. Many blessings. God bless.
God bless
Thank you, Sister
everybody.
Rachel. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.